So how is the site-to-site VPN from on-premises data center to on-premises data center to Azure platform over the internet? It's a communicating with the secure tunnels. That is called site-to-site VPN. So in this site-to-site VPN, we require the public internet. Internet is required over the internet only. That secure tunnels wise, it's going to communicate it via internet only. It's going to communicate it, and this data is encrypted. And that's the reason we are calling this is a one secure tunnels, and data is a secure to transfer from on-premises to Azure platform. So this is a aggregate bandwidth. It's not dedicated for us. Over the internet means we can't get the dedicated bandwidth anything. So in this scenario, I don't want over the internet. I want my traffic via my dedicated cables, my dedicated network. So via my dedicated network, through that needs to be communicated. So what I like understood everyone what I'm saying? Dedicated network, through that needs to be communicated. Suppose example, this is my one data center. I have one more data center. Instead of over the internet, this data center to that my another data center needs to be communicated without any provider or anything over the internet instead of that one. So what I required? Dedicated cable, like something like fiber cable or cat6 cables is required to communicate the this data center to these data centers. Is it right? Yes.
That's
So
correct.
dedicated cable is a required. So that is a dedicated network or private network is a required. But instead of that one, so we can go with the internet also. Now point here, our on-premises data center to Azure platform, our on-premises data center to Azure platform. So this is our on-premises data center, and this is a Azure platform needs to be communicate. And I don't want over the internet, and through private network only needs to be communicate through private IP address to private network only. I want communicated. I want communicated via like that dedicated cable wise. How it will communicated? Because of my Microsoft data center is a different, and our data center is different location. Might be it's a nearest to only, and definitely it's a dedicated cable, and we required so much permissions, dig the land, and wiring. Wiring means it's a cat6 cable or fiber cable. It's a long distance means it's a kind of fiber cables or through poles, whatever it may be, is a required more thing. And each and every company cannot contribute on that. In case of like in going forward, it's a future, any cable damage and everything, again company cannot able to manage it. So these many problems is available if you require the dedicated connection, and through your private IP address communicating, it's not an easy task. So that's the way Microsoft is a like tie up tie up with the regional ISP vendors. Regional ISP vendors. ISP means internet service providers. That regional service providers they connected. So what happened in this regional ISP vendors? So they have their own data centers. Yes. Now you can see Airtel, BSNL, and Reliance Jio, and coming to Vodafone Idea. Even they have their own data center. Is it right? From the data center to our individual homes or office is getting the internet connections. Is it right? Got it what I'm saying? No response. I think it's hopefully everyone understanding or not. I'm not getting.
Yes, Kiran.
So through ISP vendor, we are getting the dedicated cables and we are getting the internet. Same like here, their own data center, from that we are getting the dedicated cable from our data center to ISP vendor. From ISP vendor to Azure platform, they already have connectivity. That dedicated connectivity they have. already, because of Microsoft already tie up with the ISP vendors. That particular ISP vendor already have dedicated cable from their ISP vendor to Azure platform. They have dedicated connections and everything. Okay. Now coming to whenever we required, and ISP vendor will provide the express route circuit in our data center. They are going to set up the express route circuit, and the dedicated lines they will provide it. The dedicated lines they will provide it. So after providing the this cables or network communication, everything physically, after that in Azure platform, what should we do? So we need to create a our side also in Azure platform express route circuit. Express route circuit we need to deploy it first of all. In express route circuit, it's a kind of with the help of ISP vendor, we need to configure it. With the ISP vendor, we need to configure from our Azure platform to this Azure. They have backend network. It's going to communicate it through via communicate to the ISP vendor data center. So once they configure, yes, our express route circuit is a ready. And after that, we need to connect to the our express route VPN gateway. Express route gateway, we need to connect it. One more device, express route gateway, we need to connect it. From this express route gateway to our virtual network, it's going to connected. This express route circuit to express route gateway to our virtual networks, it will communicate, guys. Totally like this way, dedicated connection, it will work. Like visualize diagram wise, like this way, it will work, guys. Understood, everyone? What I'm saying?
Yes, Karan.
So totally end to end, I can't show you practically, but some of the things I can show you. First of all, in Azure platform, what we need to deploy? Express route circuit. Express route circuit. Go to express route circuit. So here, that particular subscription, in which subscription you require the hub network, and that hub network only this express route like that will deploy it, and on that place only we'll do it. And it's depends on requirement. We can go with the that region and everything. And this is a hub VNet like that. I will provide it generally. And next networking, and here hub gateway. Sorry, not express hub VNet. It's a kind of express. Express route circuit or something, we can give it anything. Express route 01. And next configuration here provider. So port to type is a provider, and create a new or import from the classic, create a new. Right now I don't have provider. So which provider through that you are taking the connection? It's in our regions we can see Airtel is available, and BSNL also is available. BSNL, you can see BSNL. And same like Geo also, you can see Geo and Reliance Geo, two types of they are providing. And like that there are different vendors is available. Suppose if I go with the Airtel, selected Airtel, and peering location, your vendor will provide it. So which peering location we need to use it, they will set accordingly. We need to select it. Suppose I'm selecting the Mumbai, and bandwidth look bandwidth, how much bandwidth we required. So if it is depends on what type of SKU type or plan, like how we are taking the 100 Mbps, 750 like Mbps, like that will take the connection. Same like from vendor also, you need to take some plan. That plan is a 1 Gbps or 5 Gbps or 10 Gbps. Which plan you are going to take it, depends on that. You can select it. Right now I'm selecting the 50 Mbps, and it's a standard or premium plan, and it's a billing model unlimited or meter based. Totally how much bandwidth monthly you much utilize it, that is a meter or unlimited. Which one you want, you can select it, depends on your agree with the your ISP provider, your ISP vendor wise. Okay, so accordingly we are providing these all details. And after that, review and create it. Review and create a express route circuit. Let's wait for a few seconds. Yes, it's a create a express route circuit. Once is a express route circuit, and there is a some configuration with the help of ISP vendor. Like we and ISP vendor together needs to be work on that and get the that connection we can establish. from on-prem to Azure platform, we can able to do it. Otherwise, it's not possible in Express route circuit. Let's see just a minute. What are the things is a very important here. You can look into that. At least these points, if you explain to real time, like whenever interview time, if you explain, they will feel okay, you know, Express route. But you can say, like I didn't get a chance to work on that Express route. This one establish the communication, but I have good knowledge and how to do it. You can explain it like this way. Okay. So go to the Express route. In the Express route, once is a deployed and there is a option, you can see provision status is a by default. Normally it will show you not provisioned. Not provisioned, it will show you. Why? Because of once it's a deploy, this service key you need to provide to the your ISP vendor. This service key we need to provide to the our service vendor, ISP vendor. We need to provide it. Once we provided that ISP vendor there, and they some VLAN connections wise they will configure it. Backend, the data center eyes from our data, our on-premises data center to ISP vendor to Azure platform. There is a some communication they need to establish. That is a through VLANs. Some VLAN wise they are going to establish the communication using this service key. It's a unique ID for us. This is a kind of unique ID for us. We need to share with the our ISP vendor. They are going to configure. After configure their end, after that this provision provider status it will going to show you. This provider status is going to show you provisioned. It's a provision like that. It will show you guys. It will show to us is a provision. Once is a provision, after that we need to do Azure private peering and Microsoft peering or Azure public peering. Any one of the thing we can do it. Generally nowadays we are going to peer the Azure private peering and Microsoft peering. We need to do it. Previously Azure public, previously Microsoft and private, but nowadays is a Azure private and Azure public. These things also will provided by Microsoft ISP vendor. So this peering, when you are trying to do the peering, the peer ASN number and primary subnet and secondary subnet range, they will provide it, guys. Primary peer ASN number and primary subnet and secondary subnet and VLAN ID and shared key. These all details will provided by that ISP vendor. Understood what I'm saying? This is a will provided by ISP vendor. That VLAN ID especially very important. And primary subnet and secondary subnet and ASN number and VLAN ID. These all details they will provide. We can configure the private peering. Same like Azure public, same like ASN number, primary subnet, secondary subnet, VLAN ID and shared key. These all details also will get it, and we can do the peering. There are two types of peering, that is called private peering and public peering in the Express route. So what exactly it will happen means Azure provider private means through our virtual network traffic it will going to via Azure private peering. But public, that means PaaS services, SaaS services, anything needs to be communicate via Azure public. Like PaaS services means by default over the internet. Those services also instead of over the internet, our private network through that it will communicated. That public traffic also it will flow via our private network. Express route wise it will provide flow the traffic. Especially PaaS services and SaaS services, everything will flow the traffic via like this, guys. Understood? So in this place, we can see the peering, what type of peering it's made it, everything under that we can see it here. Authorization means that pre-shared key and authorization wise will provide it here. Okay. So this is a that after that we need to create a connection to from Azure platform. This Express route circuit to our Express route gateway. There is a Express route gateway. We are going to create a connection from this place. So how to create a connection? So before that, Express route gateway we need to deploy. That means virtual network gateway. When deploying the virtual network gateway, there is an option called Express route. You can see, guys, Express route. This is the one we need to select it. This Express route we need to deploy. And once is a this Express route gateway is a deployed, and we are going to create a connection Express route circuit to our virtual network gateway. We need to create a connections. We are going to create a connections so that totally end to end communication will going to establish. Understood, everyone? Any questions? Any questions on this?
Overally good, Kiran, but we can get practically
That is
real
not
time
possible.
itself.
Even I didn't get it, man. How can I show you? It's not
Yeah,
possible at all. Even if you join as a employee also, you won't get it because of one time only will do the activity. That is also when Microsoft is they're taken the platform, starting only they will decide it. If it is express route, starting only they will deploy it and configure these things. Okay.
like other
99
than
point. Mm,
other than mentioned ISP vendors,
mm.
so there are a lot of vendors. If company is using other than
Each and every region that vendors is available. Okay, regional vendors in India, suppose Airtel, BSNL, Reliance Jio, and Geo and Vodafone Idea. Five vendors is available.
yeah,
Other than that, those are not major vendors because of the dedicated cables and everything over the internet and over the seas, like oceans. And
oceans.
it's a yes, maintained by these vendors only. Yes. So remaining like Act Pipers or kind of Xlite or it's a Pioneer. These all vendors again they backend they type with the Airtel or BSNL or something vendors only. They are providing it's internet for us. Okay, they don't have dedicated connection. They don't have anything.
If we get a chance like setting up express route, we need to talk with our ISP vendors. Like
Yeah, your customer, which ISP vendor they tie up, accordingly you need to discuss and get the details of that VLAN ID and primary subnet range and secondary subnet range and the ASN number. These all the details you need to get it from the your ISP vendor only. Okay. Any more questions? If you want more see the things, actually somewhere I maintain some of the things. Just a minute. Um,
Hey Kiran, this
yeah.
AZ104 is only the one for admin course, Azure Administrator?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
What happened?
I'm just asking.
Okay. So there is a some articles I can show you guys. In this might be it's practically they implemented and we can able to see the how like vendors is a showing the dog like some video. Not this is a one. Okay, just a minute. Even solution architect, it's a somebody writing. First of all, they need to clear the AG104 actually. After that only, if you write the exam AG305 solution architect, you will get the badge and the certificate. Otherwise, if you somebody directly write the exam AG305 solution architect, they won't get the badge. Even if they pass the thing, they won't get the badge or certificate because of prerequisites wise is a AG104. They need to write it.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see guys here, this is a one of the vendor. It's a
But
different region. Yeah, tell me.
there is no prerequisite for 104, right?
Yes, 104, there is no prerequisites.
Okay.
So here you can see guys, it's they are providing the this is a one of the vendor Megaport, and they are providing the express route related it's things and express route direct wise, and it's they are providing to the different vendors SAP, SunGuard, VMware Cloud, Salesforce Express Route Connect, OHV Cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, Nutanix Direct Cloud, IBM, Google, Cloudflare, and it's a kind of all the like diversity in Azure connections, Azure paid region, HA is a design like that. All the vendors, the different this vendor is providing to all different vendors. You can see here how is like communicating your on-premises data center to the mega port. From the mega port to again it's a Azure platform express route to virtual network gateway is creating the connection like that. Totally it will happen end-to-end connections. It's showing visualizely, as well as some video should be there actually. Previously they are maintain the videos here, practically showing the things. I'm looking into that place actually. Express route, configure express route direct. This is a one. In this, anything explaining? No. Some video. I hope I see long back, very long back. I saw the videos. That's the reason I keep it. This is the one. Might be it's helpful to someone. It's when doing the things. Connecting. No, here also they are not maintained. Here also nothing is there. Might be they remove the videos explaining the things, they removed it. Okay. Anyhow, like this is a one, guys. Generally, it's a even whenever you are going to do it, definitely ISP vendors is a help only will do it. Okay. So generally in interview, sometimes they will ask you because of I'm pretty sure 99.9% of people won't perform it this express route. Okay. This express route 99.99% of most of the people not perform this is a real time. Okay, just understand everyone, even might be in interview they are asking means might be very rare person will do it. Okay, so they have very good knowledge, that's it. Nobody want to do it. It's until unless in a specific project and you get the opportunity only you can able to do it, otherwise we can't get it. It's not an easy task to get the things. So generally express route all companies can't use it because of it's a very cost, too much cost. This is the one through ISP vendor express route circuit and everything is a too much cost. It's not a easy thing and it's all companies won't use it. Okay. So even other clouds also how to do it. Google Cloud also. Google Cloud to like their on-premises data center to Google Cloud. How to do it? Totally, it's a dedicated connection and everything. Explain here. Hopefully, it's helpful to you, and you can refer the document. Might be you will get the more idea, some more. So, any more questions? Any doubts up to now? Any questions, guys, from anyone?
Okay.
Everyone clear? Express route circuit and everything. So sometimes in interview you will get the question like express route circuit wise the traffic is encrypted or by default is a plain text. So by default is a not encrypted. Data is not encrypted. So nowadays Microsoft is providing we can encrypt the data, that is a MAC layer. That means it's a kind of physical layer, data layer wise we can encrypt the options we are getting nowadays. We can encrypt it, or IP network layer also we can do the encrypt the data. So that options also I'm not pretty sure, guys, but as per documentation wise what I got it, so we can do the encrypt the traffic in the express route also. We can encrypt the traffic through the express route also. Okay. And there is a one more thing is I need to explain it. Generally I won't explain this topic, but for your information purpose I'm explaining this is a one express route optimization. So what is the optimization? How is the this one means? Especially suppose you have two like Azure platforms. One Azure platform is a different region, might be West US to example I'm taken, and another express route something London. Okay, London you are taken. So your on-premises data centers also express route to this region. It's a direct connection is available. This is a on-premises data center London region, that express route you have dedicated connection. Suppose this on-premises data center needs to be communicated with this West US2. So the traffic, how is the flow? The traffic, how is the flow? So this is a express route to all the connections will made it like this. Yes, backend spoke networks wise, it will communicate like this. Is it right? So now express route circuit, if you are taken, there is a express route gateway is a ultra size. If you are taken ultra size, if you are taken directly, this is a traffic instead of going via and after that peering, instead of that way it's going, it won't instead of this way, it will take more latency. It will more latency. It will happen more latency, it will happen guys, through express route circuit only, directly through express route instead of this network, directly it will communicate to this one. Even it will communicate like this one. Totally it will communicate like this. You can think about that. Okay, you can treat like this way, directly it will communicate it. So especially this is a ultra type of gateway, ultra type gateway only. If you are taken, this is a optimization we can do it, and more bandwidth, or we can minimize the latency. We can minimize the latency. Ultra wise means here our VPN gateway, when deploying the VPN gateway express route, in this is a, it's a, you can see ultra performance, high performance, uh, gateway 3 aged. This is a ultra or gateway 3 aged. If you are selected, yes, will get the optimization. So gateway 3 or ultra performance of express, like express route gateway, if you are using express route gateway, if you are using, yes, you we can optimize the routing guys. Express route optimization we can do it. So visually if you want to see it, I can try to show you express route optimization. Express route optimization. So normally it's a Microsoft to Azure, our data centers instead of over the internet, and directly it's a communicating two connections wise. This is a normally. So here you can see here. So what is the saying that suboptimal routing from customer to Microsoft, customer to Microsoft. You have from this it's to our Los Angeles and New York, two data centers, and one is a direct connection, one more is a direct connection. So in this scenario, you can go via like this. Okay. So totally it's a optimization. You can do it. It's a one method. It's a optimization of the thing. And here also dedicated two connections you have, and it's still the traffic is a via flow like this, and or communicating like there are different methods is available. You can check it. Okay, there are different methods optimization wise, and you can refer the things, and accordingly you will get the more idea what exactly here discussing about. Okay, optimizing the routing about, this is a different methods is available. Okay, any questions, any doubts?
Yeah, Kiran,
Mm,
when it's communicating directly to the Azure data center,
mm.
uh, what about the security issues?
What security?
Communicating without any, I mean, for any other VPN things.
So other VPN means I'm not getting what exactly your question. What type of security issues you will get it? So your from your instead of over the internet, internet only you will get the more security issues. Yes, it might be somebody hackers can able to theft the data and everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
here dedicated connection you are getting, yes, from your data center to Azure platform. It's not traffic not flowing via over the internet. Yes, that is a one thing you are securing instead of over the internet. Second thing, nowadays previously express route only support the plain text traffic only. That means it's not encrypted. But nowadays they are supporting the encrypted traffic. So even via dedicated lines also somebody hack it, it's a possibilities is available. So instead of that one, Microsoft is a provided, it's encrypt the traffic also we can do it. If you encrypted the traffic is a flow via encrypted traffic only, it won't flow tested format. Yes.
Yeah.
So that cable wise also you are getting the encrypted traffic, so you are getting the security. So what other security you are looking?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So totally they are providing the end-to-end security wise, encrypted also they are supporting. So like I am not see any other security issues here. Generally previously, yes, plain text wise traffic is flowing, that is not good, and that is a security concern we can raise it. But nowadays it's not required. Even they are supporting the encrypted traffic in this express route via. Any more questions, guys, from anyone? No questions, no doubts.
Generally, companies will use this express route front.
Not generally. All companies can't able to use it because of it's very expensive, and
Oh,
all companies cannot able to use it until unless that is a minimum. It's a budget they required, some budget they required, otherwise they can't. So which company ready to provide the budget, that way only it will work, otherwise it won't work. Okay.
yeah.
So any more questions? Because of in all companies can't able to use it, definitely I'm pretty sure. Even I'm seeing some of the customers, and all customers are not able to invest on the this one. Most of the customers will go with the site to site VPN until unless it's a little bit MNC and their more budget is a IT platform. Yes, they will provide the on this. Hopefully is clear everyone. Any questions, any doubts, let me know on Express route. Okay. So if it is a good, and so now hopefully in the hub and spoke topology wise, as of now what we discuss just as a overview here. Generally Azure platform what we are using, network topology, most of the companies hub and spoke topology. So we discuss about like whenever companies are moving to the Azure platform, first of all they will look into that what topology. First of all they will configure, most of the companies will use the hub and network topology. So this topology they will create it, and this topology wise firewall if you are using, it's a keep it into the hub network. So all the traffic is a flowing wise, we are associate the route table each and every subnet level. If you have multiple subnet, each and every subnet level, the route table you need to associate. Route table you need to associate that all the traffic via this VNet peering to this firewall it will come. Even the traffic it come like this. So all the subnets, all the traffic via firewall only, it needs to be flow like this. Even based on you are creating the rules accordingly from this VNet, that spoke network 1 to spoke network 2, spoke network 1 to spoke network 3, even spoke 3 to 2 and 3 to 1 also it will communicated totally via firewall rules based on that. For on-premises communication wise, we are going to use the on-premises data center. One of the method is a site-to-site VPN, and we already discussed. I already shown you practically. This is a one. Another method, express route circuit, and it's a dedicated connection. It's a we can do it. Another one is a express route circuit, and these all servers, it's a suppose this Windows virtual machine and Linux virtual machine, all the services, it's over the internet securely communication wise we can use the Azure Bastion. The topic we'll going to discuss, that is also will keep it into the generally in the hub network only. generally we'll keep it into the hub network only. Okay, and like generally on premises you have Windows Server Active Directory. Yes, Windows based Active Directory domain controllers. Is it right, guys?
Yes, correct.
So this Azure Active Directory, what will happen in your on-premises data center? All the devices will join into the domain join with the on-premises Active Directory. All the devices controlled by Windows Server Active Directory. That domain controllers will manage it on premises. Even name relation wise, by default, when you are set up the AD, and you will get the DNS also. That DNS name resolution, you will get it. Okay, so coming to in Azure platform, same thing. I require the my on-premises virtual machine. How is a domain join? Same like my Azure platform servers or that missions needs to be joined the domain on-premises Active Directory means generally latency due to that you will get the different issues you will get it due to latency. So how you will do like generally in on-premises also if you have one more data center means this in this data center also same domain controller you will configure this AD is a synchronize and maintain the same copy the DNS record as well as users accounts and devices everything it will maintain same in the two different data centers also same like you can read this is entirely Azure platform one more data center like that you can read and generally is the two ways we can use it. One is a Windows Server Active Directory we can keep it here. Generally hub network also we can keep it or otherwise so generally we can keep it. This is also Microsoft recommendation only. There is no problem at all. In this you can keep it the AD server or no, I don't want here and separate is a one dedicated network separate subnet means yes, some companies will go with the separate one more subscription and that subscription we need to communicate like this via like this only and create a domain controllers in this particular redundancy wise two domain controllers will created. So same domain there is no new domain controllers here but new missions we are going to create it and this domain controllers both the things is a synchronize via express route or via site to site VPN wise is a synchronize and maintain the same copy of like devices, users, and everything in a Azure platform also. In Azure platform also. But coming to these devices, how it will join the domain? How these devices knows this is my destination needs to be domain join purpose. Here in this virtual network, in this virtual network, there is a custom domain is available. There is a custom domain is available. Let me show you. Go to the Azure platform. Generally, companies do the one of the method most of the time do the this is a one of the method. So if you go to virtual network, okay, there is no virtual network. Okay, just a minute. Other platform wise, if it does have any, yes, here virtual network. In this virtual network, and we'll define it here under settings. You can see here DNS servers is available. By default, Azure provided DNS is available. Instead of that one, I'm going to select the custom DNS. I will provide the my in Azure platform what I deploy the AD DNS, the domain controllers IP address. I'm going to provide it. Minimum 2 IP address we need to provide it, guys. It's once you provide it. Suppose I'm providing something like this, automatically it will allow you to multiple things also. Okay, don't worry about that. So like that, you need to provide the your domain controller IP address here. So that what will happen in this VNet, if you deploy any servers, if you deploy it, that servers no need to configure in the OS level. Again, generally in the on-premises, what we'll do domain join purpose on that particular on-premises servers, you will log in and go to the networking configuration and custom DNS, you will do it. But in Azure platform, no need to do after server deployed and no need to configure static and custom DNS, preferred DNS and primary DNS. Those all those things no need to configure. You only just configure the in virtual network custom. You can specify the things and automatically that virtual machines will communicate with this DNS servers and you can able to domain join. You can able to domain join, guys. Understood what I'm saying? Generally, this is a one also architect level generally will discuss. Even nobody discuss about solution architect. This topic won't get it. These topics won't get it in the solution architect also. But generally, it's a real time when you are working, you can see how is the name relation is working, and you need to understand this is a one of the method. This is a one of the method. Most of the time, all companies will use it this method only. Okay, got it? What I'm saying?
Okay.
This is the way it will communicated. Any questions? Any doubts as of now? Okay, so hopefully is clear
So,
to everyone. Yeah, tell me.
Kiran,
Mm,
so if we configure DNS servers like this,
mm,
I mean custom,
mm.
after that, do we need to join the VMs
Into
in
that
domain?
particular domain, yes, we can able to.
Okay, it's mandatory.
It's mandatory means, example, like in your organization, all servers will domain join or not?
Yeah, I mean, if we configure, I mean, through custom, I mean, as you said, yeah, companies will follow like this. So
No, no,
most
no.
probably all
Generally,
the
I'm
VMs,
asking. Generally, I'm asking on premises also, all servers you are going to join domain or not? First thing,
yeah, yeah,
domain join will do it because of controlling the things and managing the policies and everything. They will do it. Yes.
yeah, correct.
Same like in Azure platform also, my servers without domain join, if I'm working, that is not good thing. Yes. In the OS level, I want control it something centralizedly managing. That's not possible if you are not domain join. Yes. Centralizedly managing the OS level, all the servers, definitely we need to domain join. Domain join in Azure platform missions means we must and should follow some method. That name resolution as well as domain join, we require some method. Yes, one of the method I'm saying that this is a one of the method is a vnet virtual network. Each and every spoke virtual network you need to do the custom, and that particular in Azure platform what you deploy the domain controllers, that IP address you need to provide it. That's it. Once you provide it and go to that particular virtual machine, what you deploy the new servers and log in that server, try to domain join, it will work. I'm saying that.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Got it? Any more questions? Any other doubts? No need to do any other configuration. I'm saying that. Try to understand. Might be you people can try to do it so that you will get the more idea. Here, how to do it means that is also, let me tell you. So you can take it one virtual network. Okay, one VNet and two servers you can try to deploy it. The two servers as a domain controllers that like that. One server you can deploy it as a promote as a domain controller and you can use it. Second one secondary domain controller like that you can deploy it and you can use it. Okay, once is a deploy these domain controllers, one more VNet you can create it and do the VNet peering. After that, what I mentioned here in this VNet, not in this VNet, guys. Don't do it in this VNet. In this VNet only, this is available. No need to do it. Okay. Try to understand. Don't do it in this VNet custom DNS. DNS, no need to do it in this. So you need to create a one more VNet and in this custom DNS, maintain these two server IP address. In the custom DNS, maintain this two server IP address and try to deploy the one virtual machine. Try to join the domain and it's a this custom DNS through that it will communicate this domain controllers and it will domain join the this mission. This VM will going to join the domain. Okay, got it? What I'm saying, everyone?
Yes.
You can try to practice that way, so you will get the more clarity. In case of, in case of, so people will ask the one more question also. You people are not asking. That's the reason I'm raising here. In case of, in this VNet only, suppose what I'm saying. So here second VNet I don't have. Suppose I want practice it in this domain controller only. in this VNet only. One more virtual machine I want to do it, and domain join these missions. Domain join the mission. So in this scenario, in this virtual machine, there is a network interface card. Network interface card. In this network interface card and DNS is available. You need to update in this DNS custom. You need to update the custom, and that custom you need to provide the these two IP addresses. These two IP address you need to update it. If it is the same VNet, same like that you are doing, in this case, you can do it. You can do it. This is a generally we'll do it like this way. Why we won't do it VNet peering wise, other VNet, these things means each and every virtual machine, if you are going to perform it, it's not an easy task. It's a very complicated also. That's the reason centralizedly managing purpose, easy method wise, will do the custom DNS entire VNet level. Entire VNet level in this place we'll do it. Okay. Understood everyone what I'm saying?
Understood, Kiran.
Yeah.
Kiran, I have a doubt.
Mm.
Like, if someone has on-premises Active Directory.
Already I said no, on-premises Active Directory definitely is available, not someone. All
Okay.
companies have definitely on-premises Active Directory is available. Now tell me.
Yeah, but why we use here custom DNS? We are using a AD connect to, like, for naming conventions we are using,
Try to
and then
understand AD Connect,
sir,
what purpose you are using.
so syncing of the users to Azure portal.
Okay, but are you using the AD Connect using that DNS name relation happening? Or domain join missions happening?
No,
No. So why it coming to picture here, AD Connect? Why you are raising? That is entirely that purpose is a different. Yes.
Mhm.
Only user synchronization from on-premises to Azure platform.
Okay,
AD Connect. Only AD Connect for synchronize your on-premises user accounts and authentication purpose. You are migrate synchronizing from your on-premises to Azure platform only. That is only for single sign-on. That solution
okay,
is only for single sign-on AD Connect. Okay.
okay.
Now coming to my Azure platform VMs needs to be domain join and name relation. I required my on-premises Active Directory wise. Now that is a solution. This is a one.
So we need to deploy a DC on our virtual network.
Yes. Suppose example in on-premises also, if you like I have US region,
Okay,
my data center is available, my business is running. Suppose my company, US company wants to one more data center, business needs to be run in India. They set up the new data center and they want name relation, but my US company is saying that if it is a India or any region, any country, same domain controllers needs to be used. Yes, entire company wise single company only. Yes, but countries wise is a different. What you will do, this AD, it's a something abc.com. This is a abc.com. Both is a like you will do the synchronization. Yes, AD replication we can call. Synchronization means AD replication. So that what will happen in US region, if you create a users and DNS and devices join and everything, it will replicate in India, it will maintain. Even India, if you created users and devices and everything, it will replicate and maintain in the this US region domain controller also. Same domain. Yes.
yes,
So you can treat it Azure platform also one country or one region, a different location. Yes. You can treat it, you can deploy the as a domain controllers here. That's it. And you can do the replication, AD replication, you can do it. Same like this is a what you are creating the on-premises, same thing, replicate users, devices, and group policies and everything. It will maintain in Azure platform AD also. Understood?
yes, Kiran.
Any questions?
Good, Kiran here.
Any more questions, guys, from anyone? Hopefully is a clear to everyone.
Yes.
Okay, great. So if no questions, we can wind up the call, and we'll meet tomorrow and discuss another topic. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
That's good.